The road coming into this national forest was a bit rough and it was really rutted out. I hope it doesn't rain because getting out of here would be awful and a recipe for disaster with mud and rutted roads. I definitely do not want to get stuck. Well, good morning, story chasers. I am delayed again. So I cannot leave Island Park because, as you just saw, we had some major storms that rolled through and lots of hail, lots of rain, and it just came down so quickly. I had no idea it was going to happen that fast. And the roads out of this particular area are, of course, dirt and they're very rutted. And the water is already pooling around the RV right now and kind of making a muddy mess. And I imagine the roads are like that too. So I have to wait it out. Let this dry out a little bit before I head out to Glacier National Park. So we're going to stay here for a couple more days and see how it goes. We'll just evaluate it each day. But hopefully it'll just take like a couple days to dry out. I certainly don't want to get out there and risk it and get into mud and not be able to get out. I do have the Max Tracks that could help, but you know, I don't really need to do that. I'm flexible with my schedule and I don't need to cause unnecessary issues just to leave at a specific time when I don't really need to leave at a specific time. So anyways, we're going to wait it out and see how it goes. But this is part of RV life or van life or whatever life you're doing on the road with traveling in an RV. You have to sometimes just roll with the weather and figure things out and be flexible. All right, guys, I'll see you maybe tomorrow. See how it goes and see if we can get out of here. All right, let's see. This is through the skylight of my roof. I'm just looking at the solar panels. They actually look good. No issues. Well, good morning, story chasers. I'm headed out on the road now. I'm leaving Island Park, Idaho, to Missoula, Montana today. And by the way, it's spelled with two S's. I feel like it's Missoula, but the locals call it Missoula. So we're headed to Missoula, Montana today. We're actually going to stay at a Harvest Host tonight. Now, it's been a long time since I've stayed at a Harvest Host, but this one looks really, really cool, and it's on my way to Glacier National Park. And then we're going to make one more stop before that, but I'm going to wait until you actually see it before I tell you what it is. I think it's going to be really cool. All right, guys, we'll see you on the road. So guys, what you're seeing on the road right now is not fog. It is the morning time. It's like 8:30 in the morning. But that is all the smoke that has been rolling in from all the fires. There's forest fires everywhere. California, Colorado, Idaho. I think there's a little bit in eastern Washington. So all of that is the smoke that rolled in 2 days ago. And it is bad out here. Really bad. Hope it clears up. I'm just praying that when we get to Glacier National Park, there is no forest fire smoke there, because that would really be awful, considering I've been waiting this whole time to get there, and this just happened. So, fingers crossed, guys. We have some good weather there, and no forest fire smoke. All right. All right, guys, we made it to Missoula, Montana, and if you hear the crunching, that's Lily eating her dog food. We made it to Missoula, Montana, and I stopped over here by the Albertsons grocery store to get groceries, and right next door was the Ace Hardware store that I needed to go to. Now it's time to dump my tanks. I think I found a gas station nearby that will do that, and then we're headed to the 2 other places we're going to for the day before we pack it all in and get set up for camp tonight. All right, guys, I will see you on the road. So this is my surprise. This is called the Garden of 1,000 Buddhas, and what I love about it is that it's a Tibetan temple and school. Now, I'm not Buddhist, but I love the philosophy of Buddhism. What you may or may not know is it's not a religion, it's actually just a way of life. So one of the first things that I notice when I come out here is the smell of cows. This is called the Peace Pavilion. That's just an overview of what it looks like. And we're about to enter that area right now. You can search throughout the entire universe for someone who is more deserving of your love and affection than you are yourself. And that person is not to be found anywhere. You yourself are as much as anybody in the entire universe deserve your love and affection. Buddha. So tell me what your name is.
My name is Lisa.
Lisa, and what is this place that we're at?
So this is called the Garden of 1,000 Buddhas, and we're in Arley, Montana. It's actually located within the Native American reservation. And originally, our founder is a Tibetan refugee and monk, and he was visiting here about 20 years ago to just visit some of his followers, and they were showing him all around the area. And when they came here to this land, he said, "Oh, I dreamed about this place when I was 8."
Oh, wow.
And so then the Native Americans who owned this piece of land donated it to him.
Oh, that's special, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many acres is it?
It's 140 acres altogether, but the garden itself takes up about 10 acres.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty big then.
It's pretty big. Yeah.
So you said it's a school also, right?
They hold retreats in the summer normally, and not this year because of COVID.
Yeah.
But normally retreats are going all summer. Also, we have a peace festival, normally in the beginning of September, which is held in conjunction with the local Native Americans also.
Oh, that's amazing. So what happens at the Peace Festival?
So they have vendors and food, and they also do cultural things like the Native Americans will do a powwow, and the Buddhists will have their rituals and ceremonies, just so everybody can kind of come and check it out and see, experience a little bit of each culture.
Yeah.
And they're pretty similar, really.
I wonder why that is. I don't know the history, I guess, of the Indians with that.
So Native Americans, they're, and Buddhists both are all about, peace and love and community. And so they have that in common. And so they get together and they can showcase that.
And then for the school, what happens with that? How does a student come to be at the school?
Normally when a student is looking kind of for a teacher or a certain teacher, they kind of have an idea of what kind of person that they're looking for. And so they might check out different areas and different schools and learn about the teacher. And that's really how they kind of pick where they want to go, is a teacher that they can kind of relate to and they kind of, feel a good vibe, if you will.
Right. Some kind of energy.
Yeah.
What else do you want to share about the history?
Oh.
Anything?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Please do.
Yes. So
I'm probing questions about that I can think of, but I don't know all the history. So
the once the land was donated to our founder, he had lived here on the land, and there were no buildings, so there was nothing here at that time. And he had another dream or a vision, and the next day he sketched it out, and it was what you see here.
The Dharma Wheel.
The Dharma Wheel.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
All of the stupas and the Buddhas. And so then
the stupa is the
stupa look like this.
Okay.
And they're filled normally with prayers and artifacts, just cultural artifacts.
Oh, that's what I saw on the way in.
Yeah.
On the little gravel path.
Yep.
Okay, too. Gotcha.
And
cool.
so then they kind of spread out blessings.
Oh, I love that.
All over the place. Yeah.
Stupid. Okay, so
and
then
they're still doing prayers daily, and they're streaming them on Facebook. We have a Facebook page.
Oh, what's the Facebook page
and
name?
Instagram. It's called Garden of 1,000 Buddhas.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was a special one for teaching, so they live stream on there.
They do, yeah.
That's cool.
Some of the teachings, they don't live stream. You have to sign up for those. But we also have a website, which is awam.org. And everything will be listed on there.
Oh, perfect.
That's available. With the Buddhist philosophy, it's more about, love and compassion and peace. And people really feel like they need that now. And they do. Everybody does.
I totally agree with that. And so do you find that there's people who are, let's say, Christian? Christian is a predominant religion in the United States. Around the world, I suppose, in some areas. Do you think you can be a Christian and a Buddhist at the same time?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Christianity or whatever religion for that matter is more organized, and you can follow that and still... I think they kind of meld together really well, because you have your for example, in Christianity, you have your 10 Commandments, and they kind of tell you, rules what you shouldn't do. And Buddhism has, I think, fewer rules, but it's much simpler. And all it is really, I think, to be kind and to have compassion for all living beings, and to, you know, kind of put yourself in their shoes.
That makes sense to me. All right, guys. Ooh, it is hot outside. Do you see the sweat on my face? Lily, by the way, was fine in here. I had all the Reflectix things up, the weather techs, and we had the windows open. It's just in the sun out here. I don't know what the deal is, but it is. There's no clouds hardly, and I feel like it was a lot hotter than the 83 that it's supposed to be. But anyway, so that was so much fun. Sorry for the AC running if you can hear that, but it is hot, so I need to turn it on to keep cool. Especially with all the shades off now, we need to both stay cool. Lily and I do. Lily? Lily, did you stay cool? Did you stay cool? So thank you so much, Lisa, from Garden of 1000 Buddhas. She showed me all around the gift shop in the area and told me about the history of this area, which you would have just seen. So thank you, Lisa, for doing that. And now we are headed to our camping spot for the night. So you'll see when we get there. This one is a little bit different, but I think you'll like it. All right, we're on our way. Alright guys, so I arrived over here at what's called the Silver Knot, and this is part of the Harvest Host Network. So Harvest Host is an organization that you pay an annual fee to in order to have access to all of these different local organizations around North America and various places. So if you want to get signed up for that and also get their current discount, click on the link down in the description box and the pinned comment, and that'll get you the current discount that they're offering, and you can get signed up so that you can also stay in beautiful places like this. So I'm going to go in right now and go see what kind of goodies they have. It looks like they have maybe some wine and some jams and things, but we're going to see. The Silver Knot is actually a wedding venue, and so this place is beautiful. I'm about to show you. Alright guys, I scored me some goodies. You know I like a good hat. So I found a hat. Cute, made in Montana. And then I found this. Local honey, made in Arley. Local raw honey. This is amazing. Well, we'll see how amazing it is, but I'm sure it is. I love raw honey. Alright guys. It is time to hang it up for the night. I am exhausted from driving and being out in the sun and sweating and being, you know, hot all day. So today was such an amazing day, going to the Garden of the 1000 Buddhas and being able to see all of the Buddhas and the statues and finding some little goodies. Oh, you know, I didn't show you my goodies. Hold on one second. Okay, I found some goodies there. I'm so excited. So these little this bracelet. I love these beads. Yep, it's a little bracelet there. And I bought this cute little shirt that they had. It's so light and airy. Can you see it? Yeah. And then, what else did I get? Oh, I got another little Buddha girl, little prayer statue. I have one already right here that I just love. Sits right there by my door every day. So that's all my purchases for the day. And I don't know where I'm going to put my little Buddha just yet, but I'm going to find a place for him. I think this is a him, not a her. I think I called it a her. The other one is a her. Anyways. All right, guys. Well, I will see you in the morning. Have a good night. Well, good morning, everyone. I just got ready and everything over here at the Harvest Host location. And it was such an amazing experience here. I loved all of my time here. It's so beautiful and it was quiet for the most part. We had one person who had a generator, and if you watched my last video about the 10 things I hate about van life, it's the generators. But overall, it was a really great experience. So thank you everyone who made this experience over at Harvest Host just amazing. And if you guys are thinking about RVing on the road or being in a van, you can click on the link below to Harvest Host and get their discount to get signed up so that you can be at one of these locations too. It is really incredible. There's so many different places all around North America that you can go to, from distilleries and breweries and wineries and museums and farms. It's just a really incredible experience, and you get to know the people here. And I do have another little treat for you. So I met one of the camp hosts here. Her name is Ashley. I actually did an interview with her. She has a fifth wheel and she pulls it with this huge truck, and she is a military veteran and she has the most incredible story. I cannot wait until you actually hear it. So that'll be in an upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. All right, so it's time to head out now. I'm headed to Glacier National Park today. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? It's the place that I've been wanting to go to forever, really since last year. And I wasn't able to go because of all the forest fires last year and coming back from Alaska. So I'm headed out there today. I'm probably just going to find a campsite, but we will get on the road and get that figured out as we go. All right, guys. See you soon.